All right, we're back right here on TSP. I'm Dr. Evil Genius.
And I am the Captain Powell.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should start calling me the notorious DEG, man.
I can, but it'll probably give me cancer again, so that's a whole different other thing. But
wow, a cancer survivor makes a cancer joke. I'm done.
But let's get right into it, bro. You brought forth something interesting in the Discord chat.
Yeah, and
you tell all.
This is pretty funny. Now, you remember when we were kids, one of the things that they would do, in the DARE program, the anti-drug stuff, is that they would tell you, like, you don't really know what you're getting, right? Like, you're going to have you don't know this guy or what he does. You don't know what he's going to lace it with. You don't know what's in it. Why are you going to put the stuff in your body when you don't know what's really in it and then complain about the coronavirus vaccines because you don't know what's in it? But you're doing drugs and you don't know what's in it, right? Remember those days?
Yeah, I absolutely remember those days. Yep. Like, drugs are bad, okay? Like, yep, I absolutely remember it.
Well, it appears that there are certain media outlets that I guess they're kind of bringing back that adage of you don't know what's in the drugs, okay? Marijuana companies sued for not making customers enough.
Yo, that is wild. That is so funny, man. If you think about it, that's like Harold and Kumar's like worst nightmare in that movie. That's crazy. So getting sued for making the shit weak.
Yeah, very, very interesting stuff here. Just kind of going through here. A California cannabis company is being sued by two local consumers for allegedly lying about the potency of its products. Jasper Centeno of Long Beach and Blake Wilson of Fresno. Those names and those places, yes, I totally believe the story. Filed a lawsuit in state court last week accusing Dreamfields brands of false advertising, intentional misrepresentation, and unjust enrichment, among other charges. At issue in the case is how much tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, is contained in Dreamfields Jeter pre-rolled products. THC is a chemical found in cannabis that gives users a high. Dreamfields markets its products as having higher than average THC levels. But an independent laboratory test found the pre-rolls do not have a higher concentration of the chemical. Lawyers for Centeno and Wilson put forth this allegation. In one instance, a Jeter product labeled as having THC content of 46%. God damn! Was found to contain between 23 and 27%. Consumers are willing to pay more for cannabis products with higher THC content.
I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Expect to pay less for cannabis products with lower THC content. Why are you blowing the high? Dreamfield did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
Well, I mean, but yo, this is something that's kind of obvious. I felt like this was eventually going to happen. Like, there's going to be some situation where a company's like, man, these stupid motherfuckers, they won't even tell the difference between 20 and 40%. Because really, how can you calculate that? Now, then you get the scientific nerds in there. They're going to, like, break it down. But, I mean, I'm not really shocked. I wouldn't be surprised if most even, like, shops did that locally, right? Because they're like, yo, let's cut this down so we can make as much profit as possible, right? And just feed these motherfuckers, these idiots have no idea what they're getting. So it doesn't shock me.
But then they fucked up when they got one of these, what do they call them? Not high performing. I forget the term, but it's like, somebody who can act pretty normal while under the influence.
Oh, high functioning, like
high functioning. Thank you, sir. Obviously, I'm not that high functioning today. The lawsuit also cites a cannabis review by Weed Week, in which staff members had a range of marijuana products independently tested for the THC levels. This testing found that all Jeter products had THC levels lower than the amount stated on their label. The complaint accuses Dreamfields of exaggerating its product's THC levels in order to justify higher prices for customers. Centeno and Wilson said they paid a premium price for Jeter products and were overcharged, according to the filing.
That's
the
crazy.
suit, which is seeking class action status, doesn't list how much the men paid for the cannabis products. The pair are suing for an undisclosed amount in damages, so they can go and take that money and get high.
I mean,
Marijuana companies in California are regulated by the State Department of Cannabis Control, or the DCC. The agency issues dispensary licenses and determines what labels a company can place on products. Cannabis is a multi-billion-dollar business in the Golden State, which has the long-standing legal marijuana legislation, the longest-standing legal marijuana legislation in the country. California topped the nation in marijuana sales last year at $5.7 billion of taxable income.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not going to keep going on and on about it, but I mean, it is pretty funny, man. You fucking up my high. Now, listen, me and Evil, we don't smoke weed, don't drink alcohol. Like, I don't think you've ever partaked, Evil, at all. Like, at all. See, I have partaked in a little bit of alcohol. I'm not really into the weed thing. That's just never been me because of my federal licensing. But, so we're not into that scene. So maybe there's some things we might miss, but I mean, I think it's just kind of common sense that these companies or these certain distributors will try to lessen the amount of THC, lessen the amount of weed, lessen the amount of drug in anything so they can maximize their profit, because that's all that matters. And I think, I mean, listen, who's to say how, maybe they've been doing this since the start. Like, y'all dumb motherfuckers just caught on? God damn, you're stupid. But, God damn, you couldn't tell the difference between 20 and 40. You stupid. You a dumb motherfucker. But, I'm not really shocked. I'm not really shocked. I think that, I don't know. It's very prevalent. I mean, this is something that this happened in the alcohol industry, like way in its infancy. So like this, if you really think about it, right? Weed is in its infancy when it comes to being commercially distributed, right? So I feel like we're seeing a lot of similar pitfalls to like even similar like intoxications like alcohol when that was started off, where people kind of lie about percentages and stuff like that, which is now illegal. I'm not saying it happens now.
Have proof now.
Like literally. And when it kind of comes down to it, I'm not surprised. It's a, for all intents and purposes, it's a very young industry. So there's going to probably be some more flubs and mistakes like this, more scandals like this, because quite frankly, I think the general population is very ignorant regarding percentages and the different effects and stuff like that. They probably don't even know how to test for the percentages, right? So it's like, I don't know. I'm not shocked. Like, you got to stop fucking people's high up. I'm not a smoker, never will be, but you know what? To each their own. Just don't fuck up someone's weed.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, we don't really do, the narcotic thing, right? We don't do that. But
no.
I always believe that as long as you are not harming somebody else with your, I don't know, your drug of choice or your vice of choice, then do whatever the fuck you want to do, right?
100%.
But it does kind of go back to that old adage of you don't know what they're putting in there. And even with these companies that are supposed to be above board, you can't trust them either. And, when it comes to this kind of stuff, you can't just say, oh, it's the drugs and, it is another reason not to do drugs. Because, like, for instance, I'm in the fitness industry, and we get a lot of questions about supplements from clients and prospective clients. And the supplement industry is largely unregulated here in the United States. So you have companies that are put supplements on the shelf, and you don't know really what's in there. So what my proposal would definitely be, hey, how about we get a third-party testing company that is trusted and have them test everything, and then when you get the seal of approval from the third-party testing, like NSF does for dietary supplements in the fitness realm, then maybe we can do something like that. I don't know, but you guys can let us know in the comment section down below. And what do you think about the THC level thing? If you guys partake, do you guys know the difference between 27 and 40 something percent potency or THC content? Do you really care about this? And if so, do you think that you would be angry enough to sue a company for giving you weak weed? Anyway,
gotta give me that strong shit. Gotta give me that strong shit. Go ahead.
This is TSP. We talk a lot of shit here, and either you're gonna get the cold truth
or the hot take.
And if you want more of this, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Share this with your friends, especially if they like to get high. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.